What's up gamers, DreamCastGuy here.
And welcome to the first video of the New Year's. First of all, Happy New Year's. I know I'm probably way too late saying that, but I wish you all a very happy 2024. So recently we got the results of the Steam Awards, which is this little thing on Steam every year where every user can vote on whatever game they thought was best that year in whatever category. And a lot of people, especially PlayStation fanboys, are kind of clowning the Steam Awards this year because Starfield won Most Innovative Game. Personally, I don't agree. I don't think the game is very innovative at all. But the way that people feel the need to go in against this and just complain about it and make fun of it, it's so sad and kind of pathetic and also quite funny. So we're just gonna watch it now. I don't want to waste too much time on the intro. We're gonna watch DreamCastGuy's video about this. And just remember, he is definitely not coping in this video, guys. He's not coping. So yeah, let's just get into it.
Most innovative gameplay is the part that everybody is discussing the most. Look, I don't like Starfield. I think the game is mediocre at best, but even if you do love the game, you cannot possibly say it's innovative. Are you freaking kidding? Best soundtrack, The Last of Us Part 1. Yeah, that's not at all an accurate freaking summation. But let me actually take a look at some of these reactions, because everybody is just laughing about the fact that these just truly make no sense. And a lot of people are hyper-focused on Starfield because it's definitely the one that people picked purely for the chaos of it.
So this is the main thing about this situation that I just see as giant cope and not really making any sense. And that's the idea that mostly PlayStation fanboys are preaching. This idea is that the only reason Starfield won is because it was a troll. A lot of people decided to troll, they decided to meme, they weren't being serious, and they voted Starfield as a joke. But I can't find any fucking evidence online of people doing that, right? I can't find any forums of people agreeing, hey, let's do this as a joke, or any tweets. And you might say, oh, why do there need to be forums or tweets? Because otherwise, how do you really believe that thousands of people, independently all thought, LOL, let's take this entire thing seriously, but let's vote Starfield as a joke? That doesn't really make too much sense to me for them to do that. It could have happened, I'm not saying it's impossible, but how it would make way more sense if this was a thing that people agreed to do, hey, let's troll and vote Starfield. What I think is far more likely that actually happened is that there's a large group of people that really, really like this game. There's a lot of fucking Starfield, hardcore Starfield defenders that are sometimes, well, quite often, very fucking cringe, to be honest. But it's far more likely that those people, especially in response to the newfound, hate against the game in recent weeks, just all decided to mass vote this game and get it an award during the Steam Awards. I think it's far more likely that that happened, that a bunch of people independently all decided, hey, let's troll.
Seems like this is silly. I do laugh about the fact that freaking Bethesda is just choosing to embrace it. Hey, thanks for all that support. We won Most Innovative Gameplay. Oh my gosh. People saying this game is better than sleep medication. Okay, so this is actually a tweet I wanted to look at. It's a couple in a row, and I think it brings up some interesting points about why popular votes, as fun as they are, as good as they are, they can quickly go off the rails. This is why public voting for awards needs to be vetted in some way. Now, this person is definitely saying it's not that these are illegitimate or, fake. It's the fact that there does need to be some taste tester.
Why? Genuinely, why does there need to be someone who has control over these sort of votings and then can change the outcome depending on if it's a troll vote or whatever, or kind of steer it in the right way? Why? It's a public voting. It's always going to be a popularity contest. Also, nobody fucking cares. It's like a stupid Steam Awards thingy. Why does it matter which game wins? And even if there are people here to guide it in the right direction, right, or whatever, those people can still have biases or opinions. It's still just going to be a popularity contest at the end of the day. And again, who the fuck besides PlayStation fanboys care? Because PlayStation fanboys, the reason why they care so much about this is because for the past couple of weeks, they've been making fun of the fact that the score on Starfield on Steam, their rating has been going down, right? It's mostly negative now. And they've been making fun of that, and then Starfield wins this stupid, shitty user voting, and they're pissed. So they have to go out of their way to like make videos on YouTube about how the whole thing sucks, and there need to be people who regulate it. Just because they can't handle the fact that a game they didn't like won an award that didn't matter. It's insane.
Need to be somebody to keep it at least slightly on the rails. I may disagree with the Game Awards 90% of the time, but having an educated board choose the winners is a better way than random gamers.
You do know this is just a stupid like user voted award thing. It's not a real like award show. It doesn't matter really. This is like if people were to get really upset about like those award shows that Sony does, or award thingies that Sony does at the end of their year, which are also user voted, and where like their exclusives always win Game of the Year. Right? They're stupid, they're dumb, they're fucking hilarious, right, to make fun of. But that's it. No one cares about those. Like, why doesn't really suddenly care about this specific award thing and it needing to be like super like legit and have a board of directors that oversees the voting? Who cares? Who the fuck cares? It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You're literally just upset that games you didn't like won certain like fake awards.
So, yeah, it's always about trying to find that happy medium between big corporate event and fan-chosen polling because, yeah, this is just purely fake. Red Dead Redemption has not been updated in years. Starfield has to be an early April Fool's joke. I don't even need to clarify why it doesn't deserve this award. Last of Us soundtrack is great, but it's a port from 2020. All the finalists were robbed.
They were robbed, guys. They were robbed. It's not a real award show. And even the real award shows, like, I don't think they matter. They're fucking stupid. But this is just a user voting on the Steam platform where people just vote for whatever game they liked most that year. They just vote for their favorite. Like, it's literally just a popularity contest. And you can say about Starfield or Red Dead whatever you want. The games are still incredibly popular. Like, I know Red Dead 2's online has not been updated in years, right? But I still know a lot of people who play the online, despite the fact that it sucks and it's kind of dead. They still play it. It's clear that a lot of people who just liked these games voted for them because it's a user voting, and then now people who don't like those games are upset that the games that they don't like won the thing that doesn't matter. Again, it's the cringiest, most sad, pathetic thing ever to complain about this. Even if you disagree, it's not like someone like higher up or board of people decided this. If that's the case, yeah, then it would have been stupid. It's a user voting. It's a popularity contest. To get upset about a game being popular, which is what you're doing right now, is fucking dumb.
One of my biggest issues is that games have been ported that year are eligible for pretty much every category, regardless of how old they are or what they actually are. Ports need to be treated differently. Second year in a row that soundtrack has been sniped by a late port.
My guy, again, it's user voting on the Steam platform of all the games that have come to Steam that year. It's not a real award show. It's not that serious. Don't fucking complain about there being like remakes or ports. Like, yeah, if you were to do that during the stupid like Game Awards or something, yeah, then that's kind of fair and valid. But now it's definitely not. Like, the voting was about all the games that came to Steam in 2023, not the games that came out in 2023. I really don't even see why that... It literally doesn't matter. I'm sorry. If you care about this, if you genuinely actually care about the Steam Awards, you need to go outside and like get a job or like fucking a girlfriend or something. Come on, man.
Now, this is a good point. Stuff like Hi-Fi Rush, which you can actually see here as best soundtrack, all of these have better soundtracks. I like The Last of Us Part 1 soundtrack a lot, but to say it's better than Hi-Fi Rush or something like Pizza Tower, like, I will agree with the fact that this is just silly. This is people picking it just to be goofballs.
Why? Why do you assume that? Why do you assume that when people make a decision here that you disagree with or isn't logical? Which I agree. I agree. None of those picks that are shown there, the Red Dead 2, the Starfield, the Last of Us Part 1, none of them really make any sense, right? Why do you immediately assume it's people picking them to troll? Because you know how many people need to vote on it for it to like win as a joke, as a troll? And it's done without coordination, because I can't find anything online of people anywhere like coordinating this to make sure that The Last of Us Part 1 or Starfield wins this like voting bracket, voting award thing. They're user votings. These people really don't seem to understand how they work. Essentially, people will look at them, go, this is a game I liked more. This is the game that I find the best. I'm a vote for that. They don't think about, oh, which game had the best music. They just see these games, go like, oh, I played The Last of Us Part 1. I quite like that. Let me vote for that one. That's how this goes. And you're like, oh, well, that's why there needs to be a board of directors to guide the decision. No. There shouldn't be a board of directors, because fuck that. Then you're gonna make this shit way too serious, which it's not. It's a stupid little funny thing that Steam puts on their Steam page at the end of the year. It's not that deep. Calm the fuck down.
Now, a lot of people are talking about the fact that the reason that Starfield was selected was definitely just a protest vote, to be ridiculous on purpose, because right now the game is absolutely hated. It's absolutely getting destroyed. It's now under 30% on Steam. This is one of the highest budget review failures of all time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna explain this to you like one more fucking time, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over and over again. The reason, right, like, first of all, let me just say this. You're saying it's a protest vote. You know how many people, right, would have to separately make the decision to vote Starfield as a protest vote in order for it to win without coordination, right? Because I can't find anywhere like a Twitter thread or a Reddit, a subreddit where everybody decided we're gonna vote this game just to be funny. I can't find that. So it's very unlikely that happened. But what you're showing there is actually the reason why I think that Starfield won. Recently, very, very recently actually, there has been a lot of negativity around Starfield, and the reviews on Steam have been going down and down and down and down with this new hate against the game, right? And I think that a lot of people who really, really like the game, because there is a hardcore like fan base of people who love Starfield and will defend it from all criticism, no matter how valid the criticism is, right? I think that those people, they all voted for this game to be, you know, winning this award, the most innovative gameplay or whatever. I think that is what happened. People didn't do this out of protest because they didn't like the game. They did it out of protest because they did like the game so much, and they were just upset that a lot of people were now recently shitting on it. That seems to me far more likely than thousands of people having the same thought of, hey, let me do this because it's funny. Anyway, boys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. How was my first video this year? Please let me know. But yeah, no, on a serious note, I really, really want to thank you guys again for the amount of support I got last year, and I hope we're gonna make this year just as good as the last one. So yeah, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.